Good morning, guys. Welcome to NCU CODATHON first evaluation part. And congratulations, you have completed 8 hours for this hackathon out of 24 hours. So let me tell you what exactly will happen in this evaluation. Each team will be given 5 minutes to explain their idea, their approach towards the problem statement. Not more than 5 minutes, so take care of the time. Out of that, you will be evaluated. Your judges may ask you few questions or some suggestions. You need to answer that. On basis of that, you will be evaluated. For evaluation purpose, I'll call the team name and I'll send a meeting link in the chat box. Whichever team name is called, you have to join, and their judges will be there. Your evaluation will be there, not in this meeting. And let me introduce you to our judges. So our judges are Mr. Virendra Pratap. He is chairperson of our student branch and placed at Cape Gemini. And our second judge is Nikhil Taneja. He is placed at Fidelity and student of the North Cape University. So any queries regarding this evaluation? I think no queries. So let me send you the link. And one more thing, when you will be starting, when your evaluation will start, you will start first of all with your team name and your problem statement. That is excluding those 5 minutes. Team Squashy Whale can join the meeting link. How many participants are there from that? Let me know. I'll admit you there in that meeting. Team Squashy Whale can join the meeting.
Desktop games, or it allows for PC games, for mobile games as well?
Sorry, sir.
Is this for only desktop games, or will this platform support mobile games as well?
No, sir. Right now, we are primarily focusing on PC games only, because what our idea is to get more developers for the PC, and because, as you know, Unity is a software that helps us develop games. I think most of them would be developing games for PC at first from scratch, so they can showcase their primary or their small development that they have on for PC on this platform.
Okay, can you go back to page 2?
This is
Uh,
our
s- no, no, the individual page, yeah.
yes.
So I believe there would be multiple screenshots. Or even
Yes,
what happens
on
is a
the
lot of games have video tutorials, some video trailers and all.
yes, sir, sure.
So is my screen visible? Actually,
Oh,
your
no, no, it is
voice
not
was
visible.
breaking a little bit.
We will let you know when your screen is visible. Don't worry, your time will start when you will start your presentation. Screen is not visible yet.
Yes, sir.
Can you visible it is?
Okay. So, suppose we haven't, we have the Google Maps for the like the outdoor navigation, but haven't for the inside navigation system. So, what if you want to travel inside a mall, but you are from a different city, but you don't know how to reach to how what are the kinds of shop available in that mall. So, we are building that interface for the indoor navigation systems. So it will be able you will be able to interact with the various customers and various vendors inside the mall. So let's take up a scenario. You want to buy a jeans, so you went to a mall and just search for a particular item. But you might visit 2 or 3 shops max, and you will certainly purchase jeans you like that. But you went home and show it to your friend that you bought the jeans, but your friend says he bought the same jeans from the same mall, but from a different shop with a better discounted rate. So this is a communication gap between the offline shopping with the vendors and the customers. So we are trying to reduce that actually. So, like the GPS systems are like for the outdoor purposes, and that indoor area they are not working. So, we are building this mobile application that will provide you an augmented reality experience also. So that you can be able to like interact with what are the things, where are the things you want to see that, and it will guide you via AR module to help you navigate to that particular location. So, and it will be able to purchase from the mall from the particular shop if you are the priorities. Some people have priorities and they want to buy from the same brand only. So you will get to that. So like this application is for the vendors and the customers. So we will be building a system where the retailer of the mall will be able to log in that app, and he will be able to add and delete the whatever the items he has in the shop, and we will be posting that how much discount he is offering on on that item. So and also for the like the user, so he will be getting a list of all the shops and what all the items. So whatever the shop he selects, he will get a directional arrow that will be conveyed to the augmented reality. And for this current vision, there is one QR codes in that mall. At some particular positions, there will be very he can scan and he can track himself where he is inside. So after that, he can complete that. So it will be able to work inside the various there are various like the PHP for that. So it will be creating a dynamic kind of database. It will be able to we will be able to interact with the web services also, and like the JSON response we have. Na? So we will be using that. So
Okay, so for example, you will be collecting all the information about the stores inside a mall, their locations, and what all products they have. And
yes,
for that you will use PHP.
yes, sir.
All right, interesting. Can you read your problem statement once?
Yes, it was for the like it was for the
Tourism.
creating a, yes, a tourism actually, but it was for the navigators to guide the historical sites, and as I have told, it can have various use cases also. So for that I'm creating for the for now for the mall only, but it will be a very short kind of thing. So we tried to add on some new features also. So the one thing we have that the navigation system, that is what we are doing. And for the like the guide tourists and guides, if we go for suppose that we go for a zoo, so we can add the same data with some information about that particular animals, and what is the name of the animal and where it is located, and what are the
Yeah,
like the species, all that kind of information.
that would have been a better example if you have started with zoo instead of a mall, but that's okay. Your idea is a unique one. I accept it. One last thing, how would different customers, these vendors and all, how would they came? I guess to use your application, they need to be present at a specific location, right?
Yes, we have like building it for the offline shopping. And for the mall use case, we are building for the offline shopping.
Okay,
So
so how would the end user know that? How would they end up installing your application? So have you thought about it?
yes, both will be creating a single application. It will be having two features. If you are a vendor, if you are
No,
a
I'm not
yes.
talking about that. I'm talking about how would they know that there is an application which can help them navigate around the amenities? So how would they came to know that okay, I need to install your application? Have you thought about it?
I guess what we thought, we will be promoting that inside the mall, like with the certain posters that you can go to a particular shop using this application. It will be only like a small app, because not much of the functionality will be required in there, and the database we are creating, so it will be cost of around 10 MBs only. So it will be very
Okay.
less.
So it will be through the mall posters and all.
Yes, sir. For now, we have thought for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayush. You can leave. निखिल निखिल भाई,
Yes. हाँ हाँ.
मार्क्स आप शीट में ही अपडेट करते रहो, मार्क्स या आप अलग से लिख रहे हो?
मैं अभी शीट में कमेंट्स ऐड कर रहा हूँ उसके बाद मैं स्कोरिंग कर लूंगा.
ठीक है. Manoj, you can start or tell your team name and problem. Anybody.
So my team name is Man. My problem is number one, first problem, woman harassment problem. So to do that, I have to create an web app or a web application or an Android application for blogging spaces where people can anonymously share their traumatic experiences. So what I'm going to do is for the Android scheme and for the web application scheme, I will be developing uh, the first page as a home screen with a sign up page with which we can fill up the details. Then the login page will be refreshed so that we can log into the social media platform. So after that the user can change whether to be public or private, that is anonymous or non-anonymous. So he can send or he can create or write content based on his or her traumatic experiences. Then you can also share pictures and voice messages. While with that, I'm adding some portion on the bottom for command for the comment section and for sharing the story with other platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram.
Uh, okay, I get it. I just wanted to know that you're making a blogging platform.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the key elements for the blogging website or some service is content management system. So, for example, for the end user, for others to construct a web page or a article in a different styles, they might need to write some HTML code or some syntax. So, are you planning to support any tools to provide them some kind of elements like to make a bold title or to add a code paragraph somewhere?
So I can change the content to uh, means giving us a plain text or as a XML file or any other HTML file or anything. You can I can change to you can change that file format to a plain text so that every user can view that as a. Do you get that point?
Uh, would that be a good experience? Do you think if a user uploads a HTML file to your service,
So
take an example for
so I will be converting that to a normal text format so that any user, any common user can read and understand the content.
all right. I would like to see your take on this because it is actually a pretty issue. Like GitHub uses Markdown for this formatting. Some Medium provides some tools and all. Okay. Another thing I wanted to ask is, will there be any sort of moderations? You talked about supporting images and medias, right?
Yeah.
What are there any content filtration? Like a lot of fake news could be spread, especially it is anonymous. So you might want to fact check or uh, delete. You need to have some code of conduct, right?
Yeah. I understand that I can provide, but due to time constraints, I think I will not be able to achieve that final output. Uh, I can add.
Sorry, your voice is not able to. I cannot able to hear you.
I think he has lost the connection.
Yeah.
It was over. या इसके कुछ क्वेश्चंस बचे थे.
मुझे इनकी प्रोग्रेस और वो पूछना था कि ये डेटाबेस एंड ऑल का क्या करेंगे एंड हाँ बेसिकली ओके.
Manoj, are you still there in the meeting? He has left. I'm sending another team. Okay.
ओके.
Teach you start your presentation with telling your team name and your problem statement number. Then you have 5 minutes after that. Okay. So you can start.
Okay, okay. Am I audible clearly?
You are audible.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. I have my network connection error.
Ashish, can you just join within after 1 minute? Like Manoj, network was disturbed, so his few part is left.
Okay, sure, sure.
Sorry to disturb.
Yeah, yeah.
Manoj, you can continue.
So what was I saying? I forgot.
We were on content filtration.
Yeah, I can make changes for like uh, adding a web filtration or something. I think
One
like,
of the approach can be one
for
of
example, explicit words will be
yeah that
flagged.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you can just search for some certain words and you can have filter on it. This can be a basic wall of defense. Other thing I wanted to ask is what architecture are you planning? Different tools and technologies. So what is your tech stack for this?
Uh, for for the Android app, I think I will be using Android Studio and Flutter. Then for I will maybe I can use. I have a reference project which I think can be useful for this, since it has some similarities with this. Means also the project I'm also doing is of this kind of nature. It's child grooming, so it has some similarities like filtration. So we can add up to it.
Okay, and are you, what sort of database are you planning to use?
So I didn't get that database.
Where will you be storing all the data?
So for Android set of things, I will be using Firebase dataset, and web application. I think I'll be using an offline mode, which I didn't decide yet.
Okay, okay. And I just wanted to know, are you working on this alone or is there anyone else?
No, so I'm working on this alone.
Okay, and how is your progress so far?
So I have started the application, started the interface part of that application, the login part, and I'm trying to get it to the finishing level, but I require some time. I think I can finish it.
Okay, if you think you can finish it, that is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, so I'm Ashish Sahu, and my team name is Team Word. My team members are Ashish Sahu, me myself, and Srishti Jalan. And we have chosen the problem statement number one, which states like an app or web application, more like a blogging space where people anonymously share their traumatic experience, allowing people to comment, and share the stories. So it's like a web app where the women's, especially women's, the app is focused on the women's, hence its name. We have named it as Her Voice, and it's focused on the women harassment, the solution on women harassment, and to share their stories, to get the to share ideas, and much more. So basically we all have seen about women harassment in nowadays, right? Globally 35% of women have ever experienced physical or sexual harassment or violence by a non-partner. See the facts like less than 40% of the women who experience these in these traumatic situations cannot speak and just have that mental traumatic experience and cannot say a single word on them. Let's take an example of Bangalore. In Bangalore, over 60% of female workers have been intimidated or threatened with violence at workplace. So, what is the use of our web application? You can We named it at Her Voice. So, what is the use of Her Voice? Government had enforced their laws, regulations against such harassments. But is it enough for the mental trauma as a girl goes through when faced with such situations? Let's take an example of a girl who can tell to her mother about the situation and talk about it and get some mental relief. But what about the mother himself, the mother herself? Keeping things in mind will certainly make her stressed out, right? We all have either faced or seen such harassment and disturbing incident, right? Especially in the social networking, where in the social networking world, where reaching and sending some text is just a matter of seconds. So our web app, Her Voice, is a forum where any girl can post their incident and talk to others, help others by sharing views and ideas. The girl can choose about being an anonymous or display her name. So this is the brief idea of our project. Now coming to the tech part, we are using Django as our backend framework. We are using Semantic UI as our front end framework, and for database we are using Django's default database, that is SQLite.
Okay. Can I ask you some questions?
Yeah, sure.
You talked about women harassment. So, how your platform is helping women?
It's not generally helping women. It's just giving a mental relief to the women who have faced such traumatic situations. The girls who faced through these situations, uh, let us we all know that these kind of harassments are more of a mental disturbance rather than the physical one. Some are physical one, but most of them are mental one. The girls cannot share their views, ideas, and cannot share their situation with anyone else. So this app, or you can say this web app, will allow that, and other people can help her by talking about the situation or giving the solutions and things like that.
Okay. And have you progressed anything? Have you created some UI or some database schema and all?
Yeah, actually, till now we have created a few of our database models. We have created profile model, and in the Django framework only, and we are moving forward with it. We will be creating posts. We will be creating the posts will be also there, in which the girl can post their write-ups, and also their photos too.
Okay, any sort of content moderation? Are there any community guidelines which these customers have to follow, these users? For example,
About
if
the community guideline,
yeah, and content filtration, like if
yeah,
someone uploaded
about the
something.
community guideline,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, actually, guideline, these complete situation will be regulated with by a body that or you can say the NGO that supports the, women empowerment, or that are against women harassments. For now, the regulation is not such that high, but the admin panel can block any ID or any other any other uh, user which is seeming not good. And after that it's grow, and if it will grow, the tie-ups with NGO will help to regulate these apps.
Okay, and it will be web-based only, no mobile application, right?
For now it is a web-based application, but it can be opened in the mobile browser, but for now it's just in a web app.
All right. Another thing, will users be able to structure their content? So, I wanted to know if users are writing a content, it is more like a blog or more like a tweet.
uh, it's more like a tweet, I can say. Tweet is just like a blog but more generous one. Anyone can write a tweet in matter of seconds, but in blog, if he or she needs some time to write. So it's like tweet, it's more like a tweet. But yeah, it's work like a blog, or it can forum. Works like a forum for women's.
All right, and any comments or sharing and all.
Yeah. Any other women can comment in that, and give their views and opinions and solutions to the situation what the girls have stated.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Good luck for the
Yeah,
hackathon.
thank you.
Hello.
Hi Aditya, you can start with your team name, then your problem statement, and then your presentation.
Yeah, sure, sir. So my name is Xavier Sarchandra and my team name is Coding Legend. So we are with the problem statement 6, learning management system. So I will just share my screen. Please confirm if you can see my screen.
Hello, Rohit. This is Ashish speaking. Should we leave this meeting, or we have to present? Like if you're evaluating.
You are actually unmuted in the other meeting also, Rohit. You can just check there.
Okay. You asked the same doubt too, whether you can leave or not.
No, not me. He's
Okay. So,
Uh, what was your name?
Aditya Vardhan. My name is Aditya Vardhan.
Okay.
So you can see my screen, sir.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, thank you. So, good morning, one and all present here. So, myself, Aditya Vardhan from Team Coding Legends. So, today, our problem statement is learning management system. I will briefly explain you what are the challenges we face. Majorly after the COVID-19 pandemic or during the COVID-19 pandemic, resource sharing is a difficult task. Suppose if you all are in a single, if we all belong to a single classroom and our teacher has a multiple amount of resources to share. So generally they used to share to our batch email IDs. But the problem here is we can't just accumulate those resources. We can't know when it was shared, and if it is regarding some assignment deadline or something, we don't have any tracker to tell you, okay, tomorrow you have to submit this assignment, or these are the useful resources for you, because there will be multiple number of resources for a single course. And if we take this for n courses, or if you take this for 20 courses or something like that, then this becomes a pretty challenging task. And also during this pandemic time, it is really difficult to track the student, how well he is preparing for the examination, or how well his learning curve is. Because if you are in the institute, then you can see them face to face, but when we are coming outside of the institute, this is a very big problem. So, and content management, as I told, it is not proper when you use email IDs, and teachers don't get a proper feedback from the students also. Like, I just shared the resource, but no one acknowledges that we have received. So post-COVID situations right now in India and outside of the country are not favorable to open schools and colleges to get back our normal lives, and also to help our teachers in shaping the futures of young minds easier. We Team Legends come up with the platform called Siksha. So Siksha is a student-teacher interaction platform where students and teachers can set up a learning plan in the platform and can interact, discuss, and share resources. Teachers can upload their presentations, recordings, and make some announcements to a student or a group of students. Also, students can discuss with teachers and also as well as other students regarding the course. And students can enroll into the courses and can track the grades, can even submit their assignments. So the main features of the platform are easy notes and resource sharing, and multilingual support, two-factor authentication for all users, and data encryption, data security with encryption of all personal conversations. And we are providing it a learning tracker where you can set your own goals, and we will be automatically reminding you on a particular day. When the day comes, we will remind you that you have this. You have this course to learn. I mean, how well you are tracking to the course. And also every day we can make a reminder that okay, today what you are going to learn, and yesterday what you have learned, and do you have any roadblocks, so that the particular faculty can know, okay, my student is learning this concept today, so if he is having any issues, then he can directly have a conversation with the student. And we are also providing the course enrollment feature with administrator can control the enrollments. And we will be identifying the malwares when any resource is shared. And the technology stack we are using in this entire process is Bootstrap for frontend and Django for backend, and Heroku platform will be used for hosting, and AWS S3 buckets are used for file storage. Django cryptography, Clammed, and Google API are some of the plugins which we use for data encryption, malware scanner, and as well as translating to multi languages. And we are going to extend this application in future to cross platform also. So in that case, we need the use of REST APIs for getting the data. And some of the future scopes for this idea is to make an Android application with the same features as we mentioned in the website. And also, we have a plan to integrate the quiz, so that quiz faculty can easily conduct a quiz and she can record the responses. And that's it from our team. Thank you.
It was a great presentation. I wanted to ask a couple of questions.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, One thing is there any sort of organization aspect? Like, if I am part of a university, another person is from another university, will we both able to see same resources? Are the resources linked to a particular organization, or they are globally accessible? Anyone can enroll into a course.
Like enrollment, you can enroll. Like you can make an administrator control them, so you can enroll them. Or we can also provide, if it is like a university dependent, we can provide instructor to enroll into the course, or administrator of that particular institute can enroll into the course. So whoever belongs to the course will get the resources. So it is not based on the institute or other thing like that.
How
So
would
if you
you
are,
how would you determine who is part of that course?
yeah, I will tell you. Like instructor will have the list of users, right? So he can actually take the users list and he can enroll them. like they all will have accounts, so even they have their usernames, right? So based on their usernames we can enroll them. Username will be unique, right? So that particular person, they will all their university students might use their domain emails, or they might use to tell their instructors, like I mean they also get some three different notifications, like our university students must use their usernames with some name regarding our college name too, like say for example my username is Aditya, so I can use Aditya underscore my college name triple IT. So all the students might be listed in that fashion, or instructor can see the username and the email ID of the particular user and he can enroll.
All right. Uh, Again, yeah, that makes sense. And how much have you been progressed?
Actually, I just started with two-factor authentication, and by 12 p.m. I will be ready with 25 to 30% of the tasks I mentioned there.
Okay, and who will create these accounts? These are users or or some. Okay, you said that there is no organization controlling it, right?
Yeah. There is no organization control as of now, but in future we can do that. Like if you see LMS Moodle, where they will use to deploy the applications, like or even when your organization is there, if you are using the Moodle cloud platform itself, then you will be having like, users who have your account. They will create accounts in your organization, so that's how it works. So that feature we can incorporate later, but I mean compared to my main primary goal to build in this set of time is I have to create one learning plan and as well as some interaction between the student and faculty. So these two are the triple components, because
Yeah.
when you come with the Google Classroom you can only interact with students when you share some resource. Like without sharing resource, you can't just interact with the student. Otherwise, you
Uh,
have to use some Hangouts or other applications to do that.
yeah. You talked about talk. Is there any chat if I wanted to ask some doubts from a teacher
Yeah,
or the course I'm enrolled in?
yeah. There will be chat. There will be chat. You can see the your course instructors separately, and you can see your friends separately. So you can chat with them.
All right, and it is all web based.
Yeah, it is all web based. As of now, it is all web based.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to see your project in the end.
Yeah, I will try my best to get it into real.
Yeah, thank you. You can leave
Thank
now.
you. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
So, Nikhil, this is team chosen one. Chosen ones have not joined. This is team no doing. Okay.
Okay.
So tell your team name and your problem statement, then you can start with your presentation.
Yeah, so our team name is not no doing. So the problem statement that we have chosen is the sixth one, to make a web learning management system. So we basically plan on having a sign up page for both the teachers, I mean, for the students and the respective faculties, and a login page again for students and the faculties. And so the whole, I mean, we're trying to implement the whole thing using Angular framework for the front end and Django in the back end with SQLite for our database. So we're making it as a web application. And so like based on the login, like whether it's a student login or whether it's a faculty login, you have we have like the kind of like the role based authentication where based on it you'll be directed to your respective pages. So we plan like for teachers we would have like a home page where they could look at the list of their courses which they have made available for the students, as well as we have planned on implementing the chat option to be able to communicate with the students whenever they need some things or to clarify the doubts and all. And then we also, so in the homepage they'll have their various courses, and so they can like go into that, upload new content or maybe update it, delete it, and do all this kinds of stuff. And when it comes to the student, again, they too would have a homepage where they could see the list of courses offered by the teachers. Here they can see like all the courses like offered by all the teachers, and they can choose the courses regard based on either their curriculum that depends on the college or um, whether it's open to all, and they can enroll in each of it. And once they enroll, they can they'll be able to access all the course materials that were offered by the teacher. And you will also be having the chat option in the home menu where the student can communicate with the teacher. So this is what we are trying to implement as a whole.
Okay, and what all technologies are you planning to use to achieve the goal?
Yeah, so for front end we're planning to use Angular framework. For back end it's Django, Python Django, and for the database it's SQLite, and we'll be using it to communicate, I mean, for coding,
Okay,
for organizing our code and all. Yeah.
you will storing all the files on the cloud, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the enrollment process? So let's suppose I'm a student and you are a teacher. I want to enroll in your course. So how would that flow be like?
Okay, so like uh, it depends on. I mean, like if this is based for like the colleges, they would have their own curriculum. So that way, I mean, the students would already know whether they are, like supposed to enroll in certain courses or not. So there'll be like that eligibility criteria, and if they're like, so I mean, in within that criteria, they would be able to join it.
Who would provide this eligibility criteria? The faculty.
Yeah, the faculties. I mean, the entire curriculum based thing. Let's say, yeah. So
Okay,
it'll be like if you are not part of it, but you still want to learn something, then it would be like a request being sent, and uh, if it's fine, then the teachers, I mean, the faculties can provide it.
all right. Uh, that's it, I guess. I just wanted to know what is how much have you progressed on it?
Yeah, we are just like because like most of us we have college today, so we put in work. I mean, like we started with our idea, we organized it on Git, and we did have to sleep for a while. So we will have to continue on it. It's just the initial stages that we are in. Like we're looking, we started the login pages and for the
front end and the back end, so we're right there now.
Okay, you haven't prepared any design mockups and all that.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't completed like coding whatever we wanted to do yet. So
Okay, yeah,
because
but
of
I
that.
guess you have your idea and your plan ready. You know what technologies are you going to use. Now
Yeah,
it's more than like 9 hours now. You can start on development fast, I guess. That's it.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah. Okay, thank you.
So, Codesk, you can start with your presentation, telling your name and your team name and your problem statement.
I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. One second. I can share a PPT, right?
Yes, you can share.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
It is loading. It is visible.
Yeah. This team code is K. I'm Sai Krishna Jupalli and my teammate P. Karthikeya. Uh, the problem statement we have chosen is the problem statement one. Uh, the reason we have chosen the problem statement is that we felt it very inspiring and the thought that if we can implement this properly, it would be a very great experience. And also, we'll get a good practice on understanding how blogs and etc. are implemented. Uh, and we have organized the tasks associated with the project as these, like we have authentication separated and the post handling with how the posts are to be made and the support for media like pictures and audio files and the network and the technology we want to implement is using for front end we have decided to use React.js, Material UI and React Bootstrap. For the backend, it's Node.js and Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB as database. Uh, and for this project, we have chosen OSCale as the working title. It means to share and open up, like be free and open up. That is what OSCale means. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Suggestion, can I go to the third slide? Yeah. So if I want to brief about the workflow of the website. So initially it will be the authentication part, login and sign up. So basically the login will be email based verification. So we will send an email to the user after signing up, and he will get a token so that for verification of email. And then the user can write posts. We will actually have the option to do anonymous, or he can publish his name as the author. And the user will also have the facility to update his previous post, delete a post, and the other users will have the feature of upvoting a post or downvoting a post, and also comment and share in their public profiles like Facebook, Instagram, etc. and we'll also provide a, a admin feature also. So if some posts are not valid, or if some posts are not necessary, the admin has a feature to delete them or blacklist them. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, I wanted to know if it is like more of like a blog or more of like a tweet. So it is a short format or a long format.
Yeah, it's like a blog.
Okay, and if it is like a blog, then have you planned any sort of tools to provide user a way to manage their content? So, for example, I'm writing a blog. I want to part of the blog I want in some different style of formatting and something in different. Have you
Uh,
planned to
Actually, in the
like?
problem statement, it was meant to share experiences and all. So we thought that it need not be like very long like a blog. It can be something in between a tweet and a normal blog.
Okay. And another aspect is anonymity. So it is just basically if you press a button or a toggle, your username won't be shared, right?
Yeah.
So then the question comes is how are you managing the community guidelines? If someone posts something inappropriate, how are you managing it?
Yeah, like we have not yet much discussed about that, but one way we thought was to add a report option to a particular blog or post. We'll add a report option. So if there are more than a certain count of reports, we can uh, remove that post, or if it is found that there are multiple on a particular account, we can blacklist that account.
Okay.
Like
I
the
got
admin can do all those features, like blacklist in a particular post or blacklist in a particular user, so that the user cannot post in future. And also, if other users can also report them. As he said, if some report count exceeds like a particular limit, the post will be automatically blacklisted.
all right. Yeah. Uh, is there any aspect like which would help the women specifically?
Sorry, it was
Uh,
not clear. Can you tell again?
is there any aspect to encourage women to write such posts,
Uh,
like some gamified aspect to it, some score based or some like Instagram has verified accounts and all.
yeah, but if we add those things for anonymity, they will be gone, right? Like when posts are made anonymous, it won't be required, right?
Yeah, it won't be required, but like I wanted to know if you're doing it for women. So how why would they write a blog on your platform? Right? They can publish it somewhere else, right? You need some way convincing thing to encourage them.
Like the main reason, like we can consider it as the number of shares. Like if a particular post, even though it is anonymous, if the share, if the reach is more, so it will automatically inspire many of them to write. So if the reach is more, if the number of shares are more for a particular post, or if number of likes or like upvotes are more, so it will automatically inspire them.
Already you can think about it. It's I'm not judging on that, but the thing that thing could come in the problem statement if we have done something related to it. You would your project would stand out from other blogging platforms and all.
Yeah, then we can implement one thing like if the number of upvotes or shares and on multiple posts for a particular user are considerably large, then we can ask the user if you want to get the account verified, and we can ask few of
Uh,
other people also to confirm that, like if is it worthy enough or.
no, I the way I thinking my thinking was to make it some sort of decentralized or The Instagram verification was just an example which encourages people to gain more followers and all. So it is for women. So if you come up with some solution which could encourage women to post to open up about these issues, because the main problem is women don't open up. Your platform should give them is giving them a voice, but it should encourage them to share their things. That's it. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
No, so like we will try to implement that. We'll think about that solution.
Yeah, that if you'll do that, it will make you stand out. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, like we'll definitely
Yeah, we have
think
understood
about.
what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Yeah, we can leave, right?
Yes, you can.
निखिल,
हाँ
सर्वर दो टीम थी, वो अभी है नहीं, ना ही कॉल उठा रहे हैं, तो लेट्स एंड अप.
हाँ ठीक है.
स्कोर अपडेट कर देना और फिर 12 PM वाले का लिंक मैं सेंड कर दूंगा.
ओके.
थैंक यू ब्रो.
वेलकम.
थैंक यू वीरेंद्र.
थैंक यू रोहित, काफी बढ़िया था यार, ऑर्गेनाइज काफी सही करवाया. एक तो
एक टीम के वहाँ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है और दो आ नहीं रही.
टोटल 6 आई है ना अभी?
7 आई है.
काफी सही है यार. फर्स्ट टाइम मैं ऐसा कुछ देख रहा हूँ कि रात को 10 बजे तक ये अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाएंगे.
हाँ, होगा तो ऐसा ही.
बढ़िया है, बहुत अच्छा है. ठीक है, ऑल द बेस्ट रोहित.